So how do we build our foot strength? Well, we start by mobilizing our toes. Can we move them? Can we move them independently? Can we squish our toes together and splay them nice and wide? Can we engage our arch? And then when it comes to squatting, do we have enough good ankle range to be able to get down into a deep squat and keep good loading through our toes? And when we're jumping, nice, nearly flat foot, just forefoot heel kiss, as opposed to walking, which is natural that we land on the heel and then roll through the foot. Barefoot walking tips. When walking, the goal is to have a well-aligned posture, so hips and head segmentally aligned. Ears over shoulders, over hips, and then we want to aim for a heel stroke landing under the body with a rhythm of about 115 to 120 steps per minute. That's a slightly quicker rhythm, which helps us to have a more of a heel stroke and a softer landing. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And then of course we want symmetrical arms. So walking is a heel stroke as opposed to a heel strike, and then rolling through and across the balls and off the big toe. And relaxed hands, shoulders, symmetrical hands. So why is squatting important? Well, squatting is the default seating position for human beings. People who can do a healthy deep squat with their heels on the floor have a great range of motion in their ankles, hips, and spine. If we are struggling to squat and keep our heels on the floor because we're lacking range in our ankles, we can just use a small bar or a book, 2 centimeters, an inch, something like that. And what that will do is it'll enable you to maintain your technique more easily when you go all the way down. Once you've improved your dorsiflexion in your ankles, the ankle range, we can include something like a 6 kilogram bar to use either on the front of our chest or overhead, which makes it slightly more complicated and will lead to further improvements in our mobility. So before we start to run, it's a really good idea to practice barefoot jumping. And the tips for barefoot jumping are a well-aligned posture, so shoulders over hips, over knees, soft ankles, jumping with a quick rhythm, a symmetrical movement in the body, so we don't want to be off kilter with our shoulders, and of course to relax. That's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and we're landing just forefoot heel kiss. So when we look at it, it very nearly looks like a flat-footed landing. So jumping and running are just forefoot heel kiss. It very nearly feels like a flat foot. And the rhythm that we want to practice our jumping and running is 180 steps per minute. And by running with that quicker rhythm, not only do we land slightly closer to under our body, which is going to reduce the impact forces into our shins and knees, we're also going to end up with a shorter contact time, which is associated with greater elasticity and energy return. So when running, upright posture, well aligned, shoulders over hips, over knees, quick rhythm, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, approximately 180 beats per minute, landing under our body with relaxed, symmetrical hands and wrists,